Hey guys, Hijinks here. I want to talk about the new Dead by Daylight chapter coming on June 3rd, the Dungeons and Dragons chapter. For this chapter, we're going to be getting one new killer and two new survivors, although the two new survivors operate like legions. It's going to be one survivor, but you can change who it is using the customization settings by swapping out the skins. Now, for Vecna, we're going to be getting three perks, that being Dark Arrogance. When everything is going right, you're an inescapable inevitability. Increase your vaulting speed in exchange for increased vulnerability to being blinded and stunned. Permanently increase the duration of killer blinds by any means, and the duration of pallet stuns by 25%. Permanently increase your vaulting speed by 16, 18, and 20%. Then we have Languid Touch. Your dreadful aura is so suffocating that even terrifying scenes tire your prey. When a survivor scares off a crow within 36 meters of your location, Languid Touch activates. This causes that survivor to suffer from the exhausted status for 6, 8, and 10 seconds. And then we have Weave Attunement. You are so attuned to magical energies that you can sense even minor ripples around enchantments. Whenever an item is so depleted for the first time, it is automatically dropped. The auras of dropped survivor items are revealed to you, as well as the auras of any survivors within 8 meters of them. Causes survivors picking up a survivor item to suffer from the Oblivious status effect for 20, 25, and 30 seconds. The weapon we have is the Afterthought Dagger, and then we have the power, Vile Darkness. Special ability, Vile Darkness, press and hold the secondary power button to open the spell selection, move the cursor toward any of the 4 available spells in order to select it. You have Fly, which grants the ability to fly across environments, ignoring drop pallets and windows. Flight of the Damned grants the ability to conjure 5 flying entities that pass through obstacles and injure survivors. Dispelling Sphere grants the ability to cast a moving invisible sphere that reveals survivors through killer instinct and disables their magic items for 60 seconds. Mage Hand grants the ability to create a magical hand that lifts drop pallets back upright or blocks already upright ones for 4 seconds. We have special treasure chest magic items, 6 treasure chests containing magic items for survivors to equip spawn in the environment. This will include boots or gauntlets. The Sky Guard reveals the aura of the Lich during flying. This effect lingers for blank seconds. The Night Watch reveals the auras of flying entities during Flight of the Damned. The Archivist turns the Dispelling Sphere invisible. The Interloper reveals the auras of drop pallets affected by Mage Hand. Grants 7% haste stat effect for 3 seconds. Beware of mimics though, they may bite. Survivors can have both a boot and a gauntlet equipped at the same time. Unlucky survivors may only find a regular, depleted, or half depleted item inside the treasure chest. Treasure chests contain either Hand of Vecna or Eye of Vecna. Healthy survivors can use those items to gain a special ability at the cost of a health state and triggering Killer Instinct after use. Hand of Vecna, rushing into a locker, teleports the survivor to a different locker that is at least 10 meters away, triggers a loud noise notification on the target locker and Killer Instinct on them for 5 seconds. Eye of Vecna, rushing out of a locker, has the following effects for 12 seconds. Suppresses their aura, scratch marks, blood pools, and grunts of pain. Grants them complete invisibility. Grants 25% haste. Triggers Killer Instinct for 3 seconds after becoming visible again. Special interaction, Recover Artifact. Survivors attuned to the Eye of Vecna or the Hand of Vecna with an accumulated 2 hook stages are vulnerable to the Lich recovering his artifact from them. Press the attack button while standing over the downed survivor to execute them on the spot, performing a mini Mori. Now for the movement speed, for post-casting spells, 2.3 meters per second for 2 to 2.5 seconds. The walking speed is 4.6 meters per second. Flying, 6.92 meters per second. Flight of the Damned, flying speed will be 8 meters per second with a flying range of 22 meters. Fly, the maximum flight duration has 3.5 seconds. Flying movement speed, 6.92 meters per second. Dispelling Sphere, movement speed 7 meters per second, lifetime 20 seconds, radius 6 meters, Killer Instinct duration 3 seconds, magic items disable duration 60 seconds. Mage Hand, range 16 meters, pallet blocking duration 4 seconds, pallet picking up duration 0.5 seconds. Spells, initial cooldown duration 15 seconds. This cooldown only applies at the very start of a trial. Individual cooldown duration 50 seconds. Post-cast cooldown duration 2 seconds. Fly is an exception with increased cooldown duration of 2.5 seconds. For add-ons, we have Crystal Ball, used by spellcasters for sentries to scry upon friend and foe alike, increases duration of Killer Instinct after a survivor is revealed to you by Dispelling Sphere by 1.5 seconds. Then we have Raven's Feather, a material component most typically used by the Fly spell, extends the flight duration of the Fly spell by 1 second. Tattered Headband, an enchanted accessory once owned by a powerful summoner, it still carries a whisper of its former magic, extends the flight range of flying entities summoned by the Flay of the Damned spell by 4 meters. Trickster's Glove, a glove once belonging to an arcane trickster whose mastery of Mage Hand clings to its fibers, increases the time an upright pallet is being held in place for by Mage Hand spell by 1 second. Glass Eye, a material component used to cast spells of detection, increases the radius of Dispelling Sphere spell by 2 meters, increases the movement speed of Dispelling Sphere spell by 10%. Lantern of Revealing, even those who evade your attacks cannot evade your gaze. The auras of survivors narrowly missed by the flying entities summoned by the Flight of the Damned spell are revealed to you for 3 seconds. Potion of Speed, a curious concoction that downgrades the rules of physics to mere suggestions, reduces the interaction cooldown time after casting the Fly spell by 0.5 seconds. Ring of Spell Storing, a magical ring that rewards those who are well prepared, permanently reduces the cooldown timer of all spells by 5 seconds. Ring of Telekinesis, its arcane energy crackles to life when its user manipulates objects from afar, reduces the time it takes the Mage Hand spell to lift a drop pallet by 50%. Boots of Speed, a simple click of their heels grants their wearer incredible pace. The Mage Hand spell grants 5% haste status effect for 2 seconds. Cloak of Elvenkind, its colors are constantly shifting, making you more difficult to detect from afar, reduces the terror radius by 8 meters while flying. Ornate Horn, once used to rally troops to battle, its very presence brings great armies to bear, increases the number of flying entities summoned by the Flay of the Damned spell by 1. Pearl of Power, its shimmering face energizes mages who hold it, allowing them to cast more spells, reduce the current cooldown timer of all spells by 5 seconds after a successful basic attack. Staff of Withering, its necrotic power brings its targets closer to death, entering the radius of the Dispelling Sphere causes survivors to suffer the exhausted status effect for 20 seconds. Bag of Holding, the realm itself bends to its astounding capacity, populating trials with even more to take. 2 treasure chests are guaranteed to roll a 1 on the dice roll. Opening the treasure chest causes survivors to suffer from the Oblivious status effect for 15 seconds. Cloak of Invisibility, a magical item envied by rogues and conflict-averse alike, grants the undetectable status for 12 seconds. Dragon Tooth Dagger, made from actual tooth of a dragon, its edge is jagged and cruel. Hitting survivors holding a magic item with basic attack causes them to suffer from hemorrhage and mangled status effect for 30 seconds. Robe of Eyes, when worn, no one can escape its bearer's unyielding gaze. The aura of survivors within 8 meters of a treasure chest are revealed to you for 3 seconds after casting a spell. Iridescent Book of Vile Darkness, the ultimate compilation of cruelty, wickedness, depravity, using the Fly spell to pass through windows, blocks the window for survivors for 45 seconds, reduces the number of flying entities summoned by the Flight of the Damned spell by 3, causes them to fly lower to the ground. Vorpal Sword, a powerful magical artifact whose blade has severed many a head from its accompanying body, entered the radius of Dispelling Sphere, causes injured survivors to suffer from the broken status effect for 60 seconds, causes the Mage Hand spell to break drop pallets instead of lifting them back upright. This action takes 3 seconds to complete. And then for the survivors, which is Ashtri Azar and Baymar Urez, we have 3 perks. Bardic Inspiration, it's time to give your audience a show. Will you bring the house down or will you choke? Press the active ability button while standing and motionless to enter the performance interaction that lasts up to 15 seconds and empowers other survivors within 16 meters of your location. The empowering effect depends on the result of you rolling a d20 and lasts for 60 seconds after completing the performance. 1. You scream but without notifying the killer. 2 to 10. Skill checks grant 1% progression. 11 to 19. Skill checks grant 2% progression. 20. Skill checks grant 3% progression. Bardic Inspiration has a cooldown of 90, 75, or 60 seconds after completing the performance or canceling it. Mirrored Illusion, a familiar spell made unfamiliar in this corrupted landscape. After repairing generators for a total of 50%, Mirrored Illusion activates. Press the active ability button when next to a chest, exit gate, generator, or totem to spawn a static illusion that lasts for 100, 110, 120 seconds. Mirrored Illusion deactivates after triggering successfully. Still Sight, a clear mind and calm temperament will always find the means of their escape. After standing still for 6, 5, 4 seconds, Still Sight activates. The aura of Killer, as well as any chests and generators within 18 meters of your location, are revealed to you until you start moving again. So after playing the PTB, I have some notes here about what my experience was like playing. And I'm going to start by just saying it was a really great experience overall. Playing against Vecna was very, very fun. I love that the game doesn't feel the same. It does have a different, more engaging style. I love the idea of the D20 being a factor that plays into it. And overall, Vecna was just a fun killer to go against. And then playing as Vecna was fun as well. I had a great time playing this new killer. It wasn't someone I was particularly good at, but it was just a fun time either way. No matter what side of the coin I was on, whether it be a winning side or losing side, I just had a great time playing because it just felt like a more casual experience, which I think is really engaging, especially when you have a lot of new players coming to the game. I love the idea of bringing in things that kind of welcome players and help bring in that more casual feel for newer people so they kind of get more used to it and they want to take the game a little bit more seriously. The new Survivor perks are so fun. Bardic Inspiration has some great funny moments, and honestly, I really, really love the map. It's massive. There's so much on the map to interact with. The teleporting feature on it is so fun to do. I still have a lot of testing to do with that because I want to kind of mess around a little bit more, but I really love the new map. After playing the PTB, I have to say I have great expectations for what's coming to Dead by Daylight in the new chapter. But that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know down below what you guys think about this new chapter coming to Dead by Daylight. Would you have changed anything? Would you have added anything? Or did you like it just as it is? But that's all I have, and I hope to see you guys all at the next one. Peace.